Okay, good morning everyone, and I'm Joseph Kortu, and I'm bringing you another tutorial on how to create a sign-up form, where you can get the user's name and the password of a particular user of an account in your Microsoft Access database. Let's assuming you've created a login form and your Microsoft Access. But basically, you've entered maybe one or two users to test the program. But let's say now you want to get more users and the login form is already created, and from that login form you want to create the account of a particular users of that particular database. Um, but for this particular tutorial, I will not dwell much. I want to go straight to the point. But I already have an existing project which I will just open and for you to see. And basically, this is our previous tutorial, and where you can let me open this our login form. Okay, so this is the login form we've created in the and our previous tutorial, which you can easily and you can select from this point, and you go to, let me say, Jala at 2019, and if you log in, okay, the form one will open for us. Okay, so this is what basically we can do with our login form. But let's go back to the login form. So for instance, if you don't have any account, or you are not a user for this particular database or this particular account, what you can do, you can create new account. And in other words, you can say you can sign up to this particular database here we've created already, which has a user's name and password. So but presently when you click on this one, it will not work. So I want to, because it is set up to pop up and whatever, it will not allow you to. So you just try to log in, and okay, let me log in with Kortu now, and this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, it will open. So now I will show you how to actively work with that create um, button, or how you can create a new account. Okay, so with that, this is our table which will basically accept the our user's name and the password. But as you can see, if for the previous tutorial, we only created feeds for this username and that of the password. So you see the user's name here and the password and their password here. So for the first one, you see here Cortison, and the password is this. So and basically, of course, we know that we will capture when signing up to a particular account. We want to capture the first name, the last name, the gender, and the date of birth here. And later, we think about how we can get our user's name and that of the password. So this was already I developed this. If you have basic knowledge over how to set up your table, you can go to, like, for example, let's go to the design view of this particular table. So this is what I mean. Anyways, you see the first name, the last name, the date, your date of birth, sorry, gender, date of birth, DOB, and your username and password. Of course, you can set this one to whatever thing. Like for more especially, if you want to come to the password area where you want to only accept numeric values, you can set it up to the data type should be number. But this is how you have to set up that the login table here. Of course, if you really follow the tutorial from the first tutorial to this present tutorial, from the first, the second, and to this present tutorial, you can anyway understand what exactly I'm trying to say here. So let me try to close this one. Let me close all, because we're closing this form and this particular table here. So, and the table you see we've created already is to capture the basically the information of our users here. So I want to close everything here, and I will be creating another form which you will be using to sign up as new user. When you sign up as new user, and use that one to log in here. So what I mean here, let me try to 1 2 3 4 5 6 is the password. So I move straight away to that particular point. Let me try to close this one now. And so what we are going to do now is we are creating a new table, sorry, a new form, blank form, which a new form, which basically we'll try to insert our fields here in it, because we want to basically design. So what table are we using? We are still going to use this table table login. So from there we try to transfer our um, our feeds in this particular form here. So this is the form we have. Of course, you can say let's use a label here, which you can say sign up here, sign up here, sign up here. Okay, so if we can have this to be sign up here, of course this was we have basically this is what we have. So the next thing we want to add here is how we can save this particular records we've entered here. So let me try to basically sorry, let me undo, and basically let me try to extend this particular the size of the feeds here. So that is what basically we have. So of course you can still adjust this one here to put what's the name, let's say our first name, and we'll have our last name or surname, or let's just say our last name or surname, no problem. So of course you can have this one to be your gender, and you go to the date of birth, and I will have this one to be date of birth, and of course finally we have this to be our username here, and this is our password here. So with that, and we basically need, it's just a very simple one we're going to design here. We need a button here which will help us to basically save this one, and to save, of course we have to go to the record operation and see, and we find save record. So we have this one, save, and of course we didn't need picture here, we need a okay, so we go to next and finish. So of course we have this one which is save, and but what really I want to do here, let me try to do something here different, because let's assume, let me delete this one. Let's assume you want to save. As soon as you save, and you try to invite another blank form. So, and we go back to this particular button and insert, and from there we go to let me see, still let's go to the record and find, okay, let's say add new record. And in adding new record, as soon as you click on add new record, that one has automatically saved, and then we can now go to another blank form, which you can add another record. So we are going to click on add another record, and then for this add another record, we have to rename this one to be sign up. Sign up, SIGN, sign up, sign up. Okay, so meaning if you are done, that is what basically you can see after like creating this one. You can see this button, sign up here. You sign up basically, and when you sign up, after you've entered everything, you can sign up. So let me see if we can view this. If we can basically go to save this one, we name it FRM sign up, that is from sign up. So we click here, and this we using this to like create. So let me see what we can do here if we go to the form view, and basically this is what we have. And for Kortu, of course we already have this. So let's see, let's go back to Kortu and see. This is Joseph, and we go to Kortu, gender is male, and date of birth is 2020 2000, and okay, let me click on the calendar here and basically see what will happen for us here. So I can select, I just want to go back one step. Okay, this one is not, and good. And when you click on sign up, error saved already. So on going to the next, let's say a very new one, because we have Kortu already. So let me say we have a Amit. K. Amit Kemokai, and we have this one to be F, female, and okay, let's use today's date, of course, and the user's name is AMIT, and we have this network, Amit network, and the Amit network, that the password be 000111. So 000111, we sign up. So you see, so when we sign up, let's try to open. We've already saved this particular Amit network, which is our username, and the password is 000111. So we go now to our login here and select from this point and go to Amit. We take 000111, of course. Perfect. So this is what exactly I'm trying to say. You can use a sign up form to create a new user's account. So from there you can now use it to go. So basically, I don't know if okay. So this is the first step. So since our login form here, our sign up here is working as we expecting, you can later design this. And let's go now to our. Let's close everything here because we've already completed this, and we go to our login form now. Of course, we go to the design view. From the design view here, we saying, let's assume, because this is the first form that will display on your system. When you open up your database, this is the first form you will receive. So with this form here, you can log in with any other user, that particular user's name and that of the password. But now we're saying, if I'm a new user and I don't have any account with this particular database system here, with this particular system created, so what exactly I have to do now is let me create. Let's assume I want to create an account to this particular system here. So what I have to do is, of course, let me delete this and let you see the process here from the beginning. So I have to delete this because I already created, I said create account. So but you can add a new button here, which you can say, okay, new button, exactly. You can cancel here. So here the thing is, you can also sign up, you can also say sign up, or you say create account. But let me use create account. So when creating, okay, we've already clicked on our create account. That's what you have to do. And I mean, first you have to insert a fresh button here. You cancel because we don't need that direct selections from the options we have. So what really we have to do now is, since we've created our since and the name of this particular button here is create account. So the next thing we have to do, we still have to go on our event builder, which we have to go. We take our macro builder. So we click on the okay. So here we are requesting, because this is a form which, if you click on this, let it help us to open our sign up form. That is what exactly we're saying here, because if you click on that create account, it should send you directly to the next form. So if that is the case, let's try to say open. Let's say let's force open form. Which form are we going to open? We're going to open form sign up. So that's the name of the particular form. You have, of course, the view is form, and we go to the next. When we open, we close. We close window. We close window. So when we are closing the window, of course, we select the object type here, which is our object type is form, because we are playing around form object. So and we want to close basically the TBL login. Of course, this is our form. It's not the table per se here, but this one is the form, because we get this directly from our wizard, from our form wizard. That's the reason all the names, the default name will appear. I didn't change. I didn't even bother to change it. So of course I click there. This one is done. So next we click on the save and we close. So if we now try to basically go back to if okay, let's close everything here. Let's save, and later we close everything. When we close, let's try to open up our login form, because that is the first form that will pop up for us. Let's say I'm somebody different and to this particular system. So, but I really need an account to this particular system here. Okay, yeah. So in in signing up, so you can just create. You say you create an account. Of course, from this point, you see. So let's because this is what you will see already. You have an existing information about a particular user here. So let's sign up for this person, and we go now to the second person now. Let's say we have Z. Z is the first name, and SESAY, ZCC, and ZCC, and the gender also is female, and we come to the date of birth. I think I have to select something different here, which is this, and of course I take the username Z, and the password is Z 2019. Okay, there's a password. So now we sign up, As soon as you sign up, the information of Z for that particular account has been created. So we save this, and basically we close everything here. So when we go to our form login, we open, and we can select from this point. We say Z. So the Z, and of course we have the password is Z 2019. When you click on Z 2019, now it's working perfectly. So basically, and for this tutorial, I will want to stop here, and I'll bring you more tutorials on as to how you can basically if you design this your sign up form into the better way. Thank you very much. Your tutor and Joseph Kortu, and give likes and sign up to my YouTube channel for more tutorials. Thank you.